All right, welcome back. We're going to talk about tight ends and running backs. Running backs first. We're going to talk about our booms and busts that you should look for in your draft this season. I'll start. We'll go down this way. My boom in running backs this year, I think Lamar Miller is my boom. Last year for the Dolphins, he had 842 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns. In receiving, he had 397 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that was a huge year for the Dolphins. And with the Texans, I think he's just going to be huge. He's going to take over Arian Foster. It's going to be
sound like
amazing.
Donald Trump there. Huge.
No, except I'm not doing this.
And it's going to. All right.
And my bust, Thomas Rawls. I just think is getting drafted too high in a lot of leagues. Supposedly he dressed last week. He in uniform and
he's got a slight injury too.
Yeah, and he might play week 4, and supposedly he's going to start week 1, but that injury last year was pretty significant. And they did draft 2 running backs in the draft last year, and Christine Michaels is coming on, having a huge preseason.
I was going to say that Christine Michaels is one of my sleepers this year, and I drafted him as a handcuff.
I like him a lot.
To Thomas Rawls just because of that. I don't know why the Cowboys ever got rid of him last year. I think they cut him. I don't think they even traded him. I think they just reassigned him.
The Seahawks got rid of him before that last year.
Really? And then called him that? Okay.
They got rid of him, and then the Cowboys picked him up and got rid of him too. So, but now he's rediscovered himself. Let's do your boom and bust.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't really go on a boom too much, except that, I mean, I'm very infatuated with Matt Jones, with the Redskins, because he's really the top of the. He's really the only.
Your boom, that's a good boom.
I mean, last year he had I think 400 yards coming out just when filling in for why can't I think of his name?
Alfred Morris
when he was injured, but he had some good games. I had him as a backup on my fantasy team last year, and I liked him.
Alfred Morris is down at Cowboys.
I know. Yeah. He's probably going to be in the swing of things there with probably the 3rd string running back.
Maybe.
I do have a bust. Whoever would pick the Chicago Bear starting running back, which would be Rams team in the 5th round. Jeremy Langford is not going to be starting in week 5 for the rest of the season. They drafted Jordan Howard, who's a really good back, and Kadeem Carey is probably going to be taking carries away from Jeremy Langford during that period too. So I would expect Jordan Howard to be getting the majority of the snaps by week 8, but it'll be a running back by committee. And if you drafted Langford that high, I don't know what you're smoking, Graham, but you're going to lose another tattoo bet.
So Langford's a bust for you?
Langford's a bust for me.
Well, this is pretty obvious. I think Ezekiel Elliott's a guy that most everyone will draft in the 1st round. I think he's a boom. I mean, if he's available late 1st round on most people's draft board, he's going to get picked. And now that Tony Romo has gone down,
is he still a boom?
I still think he is a boom.
Yeah,
I really do think he's still a guy that may even, I know it sounds weird, I think may even improve now that he's more. It just depends on how he can carry the load.
Barring injury.
Barring injury, I mean, they got a great offensive line, that he's running behind. I think Ezekiel Elliott's a guy that will be a great boom. As far as the bus, I'm going to really say Mark Ingram, and I like Mark Ingram. When has he ever ran for 1,000 yards? I had him actually last year. He's never ran for any more than 988 yards. He's in his 5th year now, hitting his prime. But are we going to ever get that guy really?
When was the last time New Orleans had a running back that ran for 1,000 yards?
Well, that's true. During the Drew Brees era, that is.
Never.
Do they really need one?
I think he's been the best
fantasy
one.
Value. Do you take a guy high like that? I mean, I like Ingram, but I picked him up later last year.
It's good.
So,
I also think it depends what kind of league you're in. If you're in a PPR league, I mean, Danny Woodhead, I think, is going to have the season of his career this year. And people, he didn't get drafted in this league till 8th round. Of course, yours is not a point per reception league.
No.
But if you're in a PPR league, that guy had 71 receptions last year, and he's got Ken Wisnut coming back as the offensive coordinator. He's going to have his best season so far in his career.
Yeah.
That's my take on that.
All right, let's do tight ends. Boom. This year, I have Charles Clay. he's late down on the. Call it a homer pick. He's late down on your tight end list by RotoWire. He's down there at 14.
Yeah.
But preseason, he has got some long passes in preseason play from Tyrod Taylor, and he had some big plays from Tyrod last season. I think he is going to be one of the main receivers in play for Buffalo. And I have a twofer there. I have Jesse James because I think he is going to be the tight end. Now he is. He is the tight end for Pittsburgh because Ladarius Green is my bust. He is now on the PUP list for Pittsburgh. He is not coming back till week 7 because of mysterious headaches. So Jesse James is your guy, and he just caught a touchdown last week in the end zone.
Sandra Bullock is not going to be happy about that.
No, I think it's a different Jesse James. This one
The one.
doesn't have any showing tattoos from his jersey and pads.
Gotcha.
But this guy just caught a great touchdown from Roethlisberger. So
Cool.
those are my guys.
I have a boom from last year. I think I had him as a sleeper last year. You can say, sound the bell.
Yeah,
Here comes the
here we
Bronco
go
tight
with
end. I think
Denver guy.
Virgil Green, the starting tight end for Denver, and last year he ended up being the number 2 tight end the whole year. I think he got less playing time as the year went on.
Daniel just got a deja vu.
My bust, pick Virgil Green, don't listen to him. My bust is Tyler Eifert. He's the most injury-prone tight end.
Well, I don't know about that. He's great, but he is injured.
Yeah, he got injured. He was injured all of 2014 season.
Yeah,
He got injured
true.
three weeks last season. I think he was injured. Did he get an injury
He
during
was
the Pro
injured
Bowl?
last season,
During the
too.
Pro Bowl game, he
I
got
think
injured,
so,
and that's
yeah.
what's lingering on this
Yeah,
year right
4
now.
to 6 weeks. And Fantasy Huddle will tell you this. If you watch out on Metro Sports, he was in Soren Petro's top 10.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell you. He didn't tell you he was injured.
Well, maybe they got it mixed up with Tyler Croft because that's the
Yeah,
other tight
Tyler
end.
Croft.
That's the other tight end in Cincinnati, and I think Tyler Croft is going to outperform Tyler
And he's
Eifert.
having a good preseason.
So that's my bust.
I can't believe Soren Petro didn't say that he was injured. And I actually tweeted him about that too. And he didn't respond.
Of course he didn't. He doesn't want to.
Because he doesn't do his fucking homework.
My boom is Gary Barnidge. I liked him last year. I think he could be even better. No, everyone, he's kind of under everyone's radar, but I really think Gary, RG3 depends on how good. I think he has a better year. I don't think RG3 is going to stink up the place. I don't think that really matters. Gary Barnidge is going to be pretty fucking awesome this year.
Maybe he can be throwing the ball to himself.
He could. He could, yeah. No, and I mean, he's going to get the numbers, regardless, but I like him. The bust, Zach Ertz.
I haven't picked a tight end from the Redskins since C. Cooley.
Yeah.
Sorry, inside.
Well, he plays for Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, duh. Let's go back to Argentina.
And they didn't have a fucking quarterback last year, too, when he got a shit ton of yards and touchdowns, so 7, I think. But Zach Ertz, I think he might be on the decline. I liked him. I picked him a couple years back, but he's getting older now. I mean, he's starting to kind of decline. And here's the thing. I don't know if he's going to be a bust or not, because you really get to the point where I
don't remember anyone.
I just know he's...
I don't know.
Didn't do shit last year, and I don't know...
Because Bradford was quarterback.
Yeah, but that's
The last time he did anything, I had him, and that was a couple years ago, so...
I think the main thing is right. That Bradford was horrible last year, and their offensive line was horrible.
Yeah.
And
Everything was horrible. Now they got a rookie quarterback.
Right.
All right. Well, that's our show for this week. We'll be back next Wednesday for week 1 of regular season.
And you will catch us all sitting for the French national anthem.
Yeah. We. Yep. We'll all be there.
All right.
So we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.